If you were going to have a legacy when you do finally hang up the overalls, or decide that you've got other things that you want to do, what would you like that legacy to be?
That we have just moved the industry forward to another step, another level, which I think we've helped to move that industry
I think
to another level.
You've been a big part of that, Richard, and we personally like to congratulate you for that, and hope you continue to do it. And I personally can't see, from what I know of you really willingly letting go and not being involved in some way going forward.
The younger ones say I'll never let go, but they might be surprised one day.
When we look at your influences, okay, so you've mentioned the MD at CISIS quite a bit, but you'll have met a lot of guys down the years. First off, we'll talk about who's had the biggest influence on you in your career.
I suppose one of the first guys I ever met was Archie McTaggart, who was head groundsman at Motsbury Park, or University of London, I think it was then. There was PM Phillips down at Rolls Royce at Crewe when I first started. They were guys that coming to the end of their career, but obviously knew what they were talking about, knew what they were doing in them days with very, very limited mechanical machinery to what they were achieving. Moving on, you've got on football, you've got Steve Braddock at Arsenal training ground, who what he's achieving is perfection. You've got Darren and Paul at Tottenham. Again, they've got a new training facility which is probably certainly one of the most expensive in the UK, and the way it's maintained. It's not just the pitches, it's all the perimeters, the vegetable garden, the lawns, all maintained to a very, very good standard. You've got young Paul Burgess in Real Madrid. Young Paul Burgess. Who's maturing. Yeah. A bit like me, says what he thinks.
Yeah, he certainly does.
You've also got a guy in Czech Republic we call him Czech Joe, but a lot of people know him as Joe. He moved the job on over there.
Okay.
There's a few people up and down.
So they're the influencers now. So you're continuing to see people that are influencing you.
Yes. I think it always. Well, it's the guys at the top of the profession. There was obviously there's Neil at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Who took over from Eddie Seward. Eddie was one of the first to attended one of the first demos of the Corro at Chelsea football ground.
Right.
And he pulled me on one side. Excellent machine, far too big for Wimbledon, but we need one. If you ever make a smaller one, let me know. 2 years later, they made smaller ones, and they've never looked back at Wimbledon. That's what's given the help to go to the quality. I suppose there's also, it's not just machinery, it's grow lights. They've helped on the top venues. Seed companies building better, breeding better seed. So looking back, there's a lot of.
So it's not just the technology.
No,
it's the guys.
It's harnessing everything together, and I'd like to say we've been at the forefront of all that.
Okay.
All helped one another.
What's the thing you like most about the turf care industry?
Every day is different. There's no set rules. There's no set things what you're doing every day. Every day is different. Okay. Different people, different customers, different problems.
Yeah. And come on in. So goes hand in hand, the yin and yang to that question. What do you like least?
Bureaucracy.
Okay. From where?
Government. Red tape.
Okay. Richard, our last question for Turf Business TV on this interview is, who looks after the grass at home, and what do they use to cut it?
Me.
Okay.
I use a Ransom's Mastiff and an Isiki Rotary, both nearly as old as me, but they still work well.
And is your lawn in good shape?
A lot of moss.
Is
this winter, yeah. Wants a bit of lawn sand on it.
Well, I'm sure you know someone that can help with that.
Yeah.
Richard, it's been an absolute pleasure and a delight speaking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks very much. Thank you.